Q&A show, and today is a Q&A Weekends episode where we answer your questions right here on the show. If you have a question you want to ask us, just email us at contact@100mba.net, or you can send me a tweet on Twitter. My handle is BizRepublic, B-I-Z Republic. As always, I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. If you want to get a taste of the $100 MBA, if you want to know what it's all about, check out our free full course on idea validation. Make sure you nail your business ideas. To get full access of our 7-part video course and workbook, just go to 100mba.net/free-course. Today's question comes from Rose, and Rose asks, my email list is not growing fast enough. Help! When you're getting started in business, I know that a lot of people are concerned about this. This is a pain point. This is a challenge, building your email list and having steady growth with your list. In today's episode, I want to share some numbers. I want to share some benchmarks you should look for, because you need to know, is your email list growing fast enough? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And we'll talk about some strategies of how to build your email list at a faster rate. But more importantly, we're going to talk about, what does this mean for your business? What does having an email list mean? And is it just a list, or are these people that you need to serve? We get into all that in today's lesson, so let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA show is sponsored by HostGator. When it comes to your website, you do not want to mess around. You want to go with the pros. That's why we recommend HostGator. They have amazing support, 24/7 live support via chat, phone, or email. They're reliable, and they can help you with a whole bunch of stuff like design services, marketing services, registering domain names. And best of all, they do it all without breaking the bank. In fact, they're hooking up every single listener of the $100 MBA show with 25% off HostGator. Just go to HostGator.com and use promo code OmarHookup. Again, that's HostGator.com, promo code OmarHookup. So Rose asks in today's Q&A Weekends, my email list is not growing fast enough. Help. All right, first thing I want to say is that let's step back a little bit and think about, why are we growing an email list? The answer should be is that to build trust with those who are interested in what you offer. So you're building a relationship with strangers, really. These people are strangers. They don't know who you are. You don't know who they are. And by getting them on your email list, you have the opportunity to build a relationship by giving them value, by giving them great resources for free. And in exchange, they consume this stuff. They get to know you. They get to know what you're all about. And when they feel like they can trust you and trust their hard-earned dollar with your products, they'll buy. They're also your biggest fans. So you should look at an email list like a real group of people, because they are. But instead of seeing them in person, you're sending them a letter. You're sending them an email. So I just want to first address the fact that I know a lot of really successful entrepreneurs who have had small email lists. We're talking about less than 1,000 people, 400, 500, 600 people, and have had thriving businesses that made them enough money to sustain themselves and then some, because they worked on building that relationship. They focused on the quality of their list and the quality of the relationship with the people on that list. So just keep that in mind before we get started. But growing your list is something that you should have as a goal, because you want to grow your audience. You want to reach more people. So how can you gauge if you're not growing fast enough? How do you know you're not growing fast enough? So I'm going to give you some numbers. I'm going to give you some statistics to help you out. So in my experience, your goal should be growing at 10%. You should be trying to grow your email list at 10% per month. That means if your list is 1,000 people, then your goal is every month getting 10%, 100 people extra on that list by the end of the month. So 10% and beyond is great. So your goal is to shoot for 10% growth. So if you're already there, you're growing pretty well. Now, there's some people that have a lot more exponential growth, and that's because they might be featured in the media. They might have another platform like a podcast or a YouTube show that helps propel their email list. For example, when we launched the $100 MBA show, we just got more awareness. People knew about our website, and they opted into our freebies over at 100mba.net, and our list grew faster because of that platform. But the point here is that I want you to have a benchmark, and your benchmark should be growing at 10%. That should be your goal. If you're not there yet, it's okay. You can get there. It's really hard at the beginning. I know my first 500 subscribers was really hard, but your growth should start growing even more and more and more as you start growing, if that makes any sense. So once you hit that 10% milestone, you'll start reaching 12%, then 15%, then 20%. So just try to aim for 10% growth at this point if you're just getting started. So if you're not hitting that benchmark, what are some things you can do to help build your email list a little bit more rapidly? The first way is the number one way, the fastest way I've seen our email list grow, is through providing value through webinars. If you know a little bit about me, you know that I'm a huge fan of webinars. Nicole and I are big fans of it. It's the reason why we started webinarninja.co and built our own webinar platform. But regardless of what platform you use, webinars have incredible power. It's because you're offering live, in-person value. And people see the value in a live workshop. And therefore, they will give their name and email address to attend or to get the replay later on. And that's the point. They're going to give you their name and email address regardless if they attend or not. So it's a great way to build an email list. A good friend of mine, Grant Baldwin from Booked and Paid to Speak, and a former guest teacher here on the $100 MBA show, took his email list from around 3,000 to 17,000 in a matter of 4 or 5 months just by doing webinars. So I highly recommend you start doing webinars. If you want to just get started and you want to know how to do it, you could check out our free course called Plan and Launch Your First Webinar. Just go to webinarninja.co/plan and you can get our 7-day course for free. My second tip to growing your email list is exactly what I just said, offering free courses and materials. So I just gave you a link to a free course if you're interested in doing webinars. It took me time to build this course. It's a full course. It's video-based. It has cheat sheets that you can download. I could have easily made some money selling that course, but I didn't. Instead, I invested in my email list. I want to build a relationship with people that are interested in webinars. I'm being completely transparent here because the point here is that if you can create something of value and offer it for free in exchange for their email, whether it's a course, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a guide. If you listen to the show, you know we have a free course on the $100 MBA. You know that we have free guides. We have 5 guides you can download on the $100 MBA. And we took the time to create these things, these assets, so we can build our email list, so we can build that relationship. So this really works, but you got to set aside the time to do it. And you may want to make a project of it. Say, by the end of the week, I want to create a 1-page guide that I will give out for free. But the most important part of this equation is make sure whatever you're giving out is highly valuable, something that you would have charged money for. That's what really builds the relationship, because you don't want them to opt into your email list and then unsubscribe because they say, hey, this course is lame, or this course doesn't really teach me anything, or this guide wasn't really what it said it was supposed to be. On the sales copy or the opt-in copy, it said that it was going to teach me X, Y, Z, and it didn't. So make sure you're delivering on value, because there's nothing like opting into somebody's list and they give you the freebie and they're like, wow, that's incredible. I got a ton out of this freebie. This was great. I have a newfound respect for this person I just found out about or I've heard about for a few times amongst my peers. So create something of value, give it out for free. Tip number 3 is a combo tip, meaning that there's a lot in this tip. And you can learn how to grow your email list with some incredible strategies with a former guest teacher we had, Noah Kagan from SumoMe and AppSumo. That's episode 135 of the $100 MBA show. We'll put it into today's show notes. If you're on iTunes, you're probably not going to see it because it's more than 300 episodes ago. And iTunes only shows the last 300 episodes. But you can get it by subscribing, and you'll get all the episodes from the first episode on, and there's no 300 limit. So that episode with Noah Kagan, who is a master at growing your email list because his whole company is helping you build your email list, he gives some really great tips on how to grow your email list in simple ways, things you can do in 5 minutes, and he actually tells you to do it on the actual episode. So make sure you listen to that episode because it could really help you build your email list. Guys, I got one more tip to help Rose and everybody else who wants to grow their email list a little faster. But before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, Pipedrive. Whether you're an entrepreneur or not, sales can be tough, but it doesn't have to be. With Pipedrive, the CRM for small teams with big ambitions, the pain and frustrations of tracking deals with email and spreadsheets is gone forever. Salespeople and entrepreneurs love Pipedrive because it visualizes your sales pipeline, highlighting opportunities and potential problems, ultimately ensuring that activities and conversations don't get dropped. And sales managers love it because they don't need to nag their team to use their CRM. But best of all, Pipedrive is easy to use and it's simple to get started. You can be up and running in minutes. And if you need extra help, Pipedrive also has great tutorials and an incredible supportive, responsive team. Some other cool things about Pipedrive include forecasting, iOS and Android mobile apps, awesome integrations with the likes of Google Apps, MailChimp, Zapier, Yesware, and more, and a powerful API for those who like to build their own software solutions. Head on over to pipedrive.com/MBA to start your 30-day free trial today. You got nothing to lose. It's completely free. Just go to pipedrive.com/MBA. My last tip when it comes to building your email list a little faster is don't underestimate the power of word of mouth. We live in a very social world now, especially with social media and the internet. So if you treat your subscribers right, if you keep giving them value, so if they're on your email list and you've given them a freebie, don't stop there. Keep giving them great stuff. Keep giving them great value, whether it's a new blog post, a new episode on your podcast, a new episode on YouTube, or a new guide you just released. Newsletters are great, but keep giving them great value. Ask them how you can help them out. Ask them to reply to your emails so you can, help them out personally. If you treat them right, they will respond. They'll tell other people. And even when you ask them, so after they've been on your email list for a couple weeks and they've gotten great value and you sent them an email and said, hey, can you spread the word on Twitter, on Facebook about my newsletter, about my website, about my show? Click on this link and send out a tweet. I'd really appreciate it. If they love what you do and love the way you treat them, they will do it for you. And they'll be evangelists of your business. And the good news is that in my experience, the bar is not that high. There's a lot of people that don't treat their lists very well. So if you do that, you differentiate yourself and people will be more willing to respond and help you out. All right, guys, that wraps up today's lesson. Rose, I hope that helps you. I hope that answers your question. I hope that helps anybody who's listening. Keep going at it. Keep growing that list. I said 10% is your goal, but the way I see it, as long as you have more subscribes than unsubscribed, you're doing the right things. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward and keep focusing on adding value to your list. It's hard to get somebody on your list, but it's even harder to keep them. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the $100 MBA Show. We really appreciate it and really appreciate all these questions that get sent in. If you have a question, again, guys, you can email us at contact@100mba.net. And as always, we love when you give us love on iTunes with a rating and a review. If you have 2 minutes after the show, write us a review on iTunes. It means the world to us. We read every single one of them. It helps us rank better on iTunes. It helps us reach more listeners like you. And of course, everybody who leaves us an iTunes rating and review enters our weekly random draw to win a free ride, a free lifetime membership to the $100 MBA Training and Community. If you want to win, leave us a review. It's our way to say thank you for your efforts and showing your love. All right, guys, I want to leave you with this. Building your email list is part of your marketing, email marketing, right? So it's something that keeps happening, something you keep working on. It's not a once and done type of thing. So when we created our first opt-in or free gift, we didn't stop there. We changed it up. We improved it. We added to it. We then added guides. We started with 1, then it was 2, then it was 3, then it was 4, then it was 5. Then we created another course. Then we got rid of some things that we thought were not working and replaced them with new things. So just see it as a long-term plan. You got to keep on working on your marketing. You got to keep on giving value. You got to keep on giving your audience what they need. Testing, trying different things. So if you're in doubt, create great things to give away for free in exchange for email. And that could be in a form of a webinar. It could be in a form of an ebook, a course, videos, infographics. It could be a whole bunch of things. Your choice. All right, guys, that's it for me today, but I'll see you tomorrow on our guest teacher episode. We have Frank Bria teaching you the 4 keys to scaling your business. Can't wait for that. I'll see you then. Take care.